Hey everyone, welcome to Tune Talk. My name is Daniel Parton. This channel is basically where I will just talk about music. I'm passionate about music. I hope you're as passionate as I am about music. Now, James Blake, Friends That Break Your Heart. I'm sure you saw in the thumbnail and in the title of this video. Uh, I'm loving this record, guys. I'm loving this record for a few reasons. For starters, I think James Blake has really come into his own a little bit within this sound that he has been pushing for his whole career. This kind of ambient pop and this like alternative R&B, this indie tronica new age mix. And so what we get here is a pretty uniform 12 tracks that, I think really kind of gets to the heart of what James Blake has been going for up until this point. Yeah, it is, and it is a concept record. Uh, slight little detail about that though. James Blake has actually taken the breakup album trope and has sort of subverted it and turned it into something that is more platonic, and that is kind of really proven, really solidified on the track Friends That Break Your Heart, the title track, where James is center stage. It's just him, his vocals, he croons. It's lovely. It's a lovely track. I love it. But this is where the lyrics confirm that this is not your average breakup album. And I think that's really refreshing. I think it's nice that, you know, an artist is actually coming by and it's not like mind blowing or anything, but it's just like it's kind of like it's just pleasant. It's a pleasant subversion of the usual thematic tropes. But if we're going to talk about favorite tracks on this record, the opening track is seriously haunting, beautiful tone setter for this record. Really stark, minimal synthesizers and drums on this, and some really awesome vocal harmonies on the chorus as well. Oh, it's just so like creeping, and there's just such a nice tension that gets built up with some of like these plucky synth strings or whatever that just kind of like during that chorus section. I could talk all day about why I love this track. I'm going to move on. And the following track, Life Is Not the Same, is equally enjoyable. More impassioned this time around. James seems more desperate, vocally and lyrically as well. Chorus absolutely blossoms. It's, for lack of a better word, kind of orgasmic. Super round bass, more prominent percussion on this track than on the last one. And some gentle grand piano chords that just kind of like just level out the mix really nicely. It's such an elegant track. The song Frozen with Jid and Suave, I think I'm pronouncing that correctly. Kind of hard to make heads or tails of this one. I'm not really sure how I'm feeling about this track. It's cool. It's kind of freaky, sort of subversive as a hip hop oriented track. Jid kills his verse. Suave starts strong and sort of falls apart, maybe midway through his verse. Sort of a plodding, plucked lead melody, a really foreboding tone to this track. But outside of that, I'm not really seeing how these pieces complement each other or really just bring the track together. I'm So Blessed Your Mind kind of picks up the pace a little bit of this record, kind of brings the record back up. It's a really awesome track from a production standpoint. Some really bubbly arpeggios, icy keys kind of like form the basis of this track, and a really awesome like sinister string climax at the end as well, which like has all these sort of like crazy wild violin solos kind of cascading over each other. And for a song that's so blessed, it sounds a little bit cursed. Oh, and not to mention the absolutely sticky refrain on this track. I'm so blessed you're mine. I'm so blessed you're mine. And I kind of want to mention Lost Angel Nights as another highlight on this album. Um, Look, it goes, and it's a bit more pensive. It's a bit more laid back, I suppose, in sort of tone and energy. But there is, again, from a production standpoint, a lot of tact. Sound design wise, it is really textured and really like subtly layered. It's lovely. It's beautiful. I don't think I have to say much more really about the record. I love it. I enjoy it. It's lovely. James is so grounded. It's probably his most concise and focused piece of work yet. And I think it really does do a great job of bringing all of these seemingly disparate elements of, like I mentioned earlier in the review, ambient pop, art pop, alternative R&B, and singer-songwriter, and soul music. They've coalesced, they've amalgamated on this record, and I think it is the best amalgamation of it so far. There are a few tracks sort of here and there that I thought maybe could have had a little bit more of a sound structure to them. Foot Forward probably should have just been left on the cutting room floor, if I'm being perfectly honest. But no, all up, it's a really good record. I'm really enjoying it. I am probably going to continue to listen to this album throughout the year. I just want to keep going back to it. If I had to score this record, I think I'd probably give it a light 8. Like a mild light 8 out of 10. It's a great record. Listen to it. I implore you to listen to it. If you enjoyed this video, please do not be scared to leave a like and subscribe, because there'll be plenty more of this coming down the pipeline for sure. That's all you got to say. Good night, kids.